So if you just purchased a new Tesla Model 3 Performance with the white interior, this video is for you. This Model 3 Performance with a white interior is owned by my friend Brandon Tesla Flex. I'll leave his link in the description below. And today we are going to be applying Gyeon Leather Shield to keep this white interior looking absolutely white. So welcome back and let's jump into it. In front of me here, we have two different Gyeon leather shields. This is the previous version, which was amazing to use. But recently, Gyeon just announced this. This is Gyeon Leather Shield EVO. Now, the EVO version of Gyeon ceramic coatings are really meant to be the next generation. So they took the old formula, made it easier to install, and made it have better performance and better durability. In all honesty, I don't know how they could make this product any simpler to install. This is a very DIY friendly product. You do not need to go to a professional detailer to have this done. And we're going to be showing you a full demonstration on how to prep and clean your seats today and then actually install the ceramic coating. So I'm going to put the old one away here and let's talk about the new EVO. So this kit that comes in front of me here with basically, let's see here, 6 different applicators, your foam pad, as well as your actual ceramic coating, retails for $59.99. In all honesty, this is going to be the best $60 you spend. Now, Brandon has actually used the previous generation leather shield on basically all of his Teslas that he's had and made some great content over on TikTok with him, showing pouring ketchup, red wine, all sorts of different stuff, and how easily this actually cleans up. Now, the new Model 3 Performance, of course, has perforated seats, so we'll touch on that a little bit, what the differences are. Basically, all you need to know is that dirt can get down in there, so of course the leather shield here isn't going to protect with that, but what it will do, all of the other leather surfaces on here, as well as even the door panels, is going to give it a nice layer of ceramic coating so that any dirt, grime, anything that gets on there, you can easily wipe it away. So let's jump into the prep process and get these seats ready to be coated. So let's get into the prep of actually installing the ceramic coating on your white Tesla seats. This is one of the most important parts and something you really need to take into consideration. So there are a few different ways you can do this by using some of Gyeon's different cleaners. So this over here is Leather Cleaner Strong. Now what you're going to want to use this for is if you have a slightly dirty interior. Now this Model 3 Performance over here is brand new. Using this is not necessarily needed. So what we're going to use instead is the interior detailer. Now this is very heavily alcohol based here, but it's a very simple to use product. It evaporates very quickly. I'm also going to grab a fresh towel over here, and all you're going to do is basically spray this directly on the towel. Then I'm going to simply wipe this on here. You want to make sure you get all the way down the sides. Now, Brandon actually filmed this earlier on, and he was asking me, what's the best way to get in between here? Now, the easiest way is to take your seat. You're going to want to put it all the way up, as it takes a minute here to go. I'm going to scoot this back a little bit, and then you can open up the armrest here, and boom, you can hit this area. Now, one big thing you want to make sure you do with this is make sure it actually dries before you actually install the coating. Now, the best way to do this, start on the driver's seat, move next to the passenger seat, move to the passenger rear seat, and the driver's side rear seat. Hit your door panels as well, because you definitely can ceramic coat those also. Then come back, start on the driver's seat, move your way around. It'll be completely dry there. Now what I'm going to do here, flip this over, and I'm just going to dry the seat down, ensuring we have absolutely everything dry. Now, the perforation naturally will hold a little bit more moisture in there, so do be conscious of that. So let's end this clip here. We'll wait a few minutes and then we'll get to coating. So now we are ready to get our seats coated. This is a very simple product to use. This is very much DIY friendly, so you don't necessarily need to go to a professional. Just have some patience with this and just work it in. This is a fun evening project, over the weekend project, whatever it may be. What you're going to need for that is a single microfiber towel. That's going to be for your drying side. Then let's get into applicators. So this is the applicator that actually comes with the Gyeon kit here. And you basically fold the suede microfiber over it and you can wipe it on the seats. Now, I personally don't love this applicator. It's a little too rigid, whereas this applicator over here, again, I'll leave all of this in the link in the description below, you can very much form and it helps get straight lines, especially around the emblems like this or around the black if you're not wanting to coat the black leather. And of course, you need your actual coating. So I'm going to unscrew the lid on this here. These can be a little tight. And you want to give a very healthy amount of coating onto your applicator here. So give it quite a few drops. That's probably good enough to start. Now, the Model 3 Performance here has some interesting seats that are a little bit on the tricky side to do because it extends all the way to the back. So my preference would be do the front of the seat first and then jump in the back seat and get the back side of the seat. Now, I want to layer this on quite thick. And what you also notice I'm doing is kind of framing this here. So I'm getting the outsides and then boom, filling the insides. Now you can go over this a little bit. You just want to make sure that everything's getting super even on here, that you're not missing any areas. Now again, my preference would be don't try and get all the way around the seat. Jump in the back seat there. Now I'm going to apply a little bit more, especially for these front side bolsters. The front driver's seat is going to, of course, get the most wear and tear. I'm going to cap that. Make sure you are capping your bottles. Going to apply this on here. I'm going to move the seat belt out of the way so I can get the side of the seat. Again, trying to stay off the black. We are not wanting to coat that in this particular car. I'm going to frame the back of the seat. Work this in. You're welcome to work in a cross-hatch motion if you'd like here. If it helps you feel like you get it a little bit more even, you're good to go there. Biggest thing here is you want to make sure you apply a thick, even layer. You don't want to get it on too thin. The coating thickness is definitely going to help with its durability. Now, speaking of durability, that's something we definitely should touch on. It's about 12 months, give or take. Now, that may not sound like a lot of time. The issue with this is, yes, it does soak into the pores of the actual leather here, but there's a lot of wear and tear on it. You can think of like your jeans. Every time you get in and out of this car, you're kind of abrading the coating off. So that's why it's a little bit shorter lifespan on here than we're used to with traditional ceramic coatings that are, 2 to 5 years, give or take. Now you want to make sure you get all of the seams, especially at the bottoms of the seat, right in between those. You can just kind of mold this and really give it a good wipe there. Definitely get the side and the front of the seat. And that is a coated seat. Now, in the old one, from my memory, you kind of left this on for about 5 to 6 minutes. Now, with wiping it off, you wait about 1 to 3 minutes. So you're going to grab your fresh towel and we're going to let this sit for a little bit. Now, what I would tell you is 3 minutes should be where you're aiming for. If you're a little concerned about using a ceramic coating, go kind of somewhere in the middle. The biggest thing is you want to work in a manageable section. You don't want to coat this seat, start coating that seat, and then realize, oh my God, I got to get this wiped off. That's where people have a lot of issues with ceramic coatings. So work one seat at a time, move your way throughout the car. May take you a little bit longer, but you can kind of regain your composure, get everything organized with you there, and then start wiping. Now I'm just going to start where I started, up here on the headrest, and I can see immediately wipes away. And man, makes it nice and smooth. Now, the important thing with this coating, guys, it does not change the texture. It doesn't change the feel. It doesn't change the color. It doesn't make it slick, but it definitely kind of softens this leather. It feels just very smooth now. And it also, importantly, doesn't make it shiny. If you are using Armor All and stuff in your interiors, please stop or please do not watch this channel because Armor All is not allowed. Those are silicone based and really can make an absolute mess of an interior. The whole point here is we want to look like we put nothing on here. You don't want to be able to see it whatsoever. Again, very simple process here. Quickly wipe this away. If you have this into 4 sides, this helps you out a lot, because next, when I go to the passenger side seat, fold this over, have a fresh, clean side ready to go. When I go to the back, fold this over again, you get exactly where I'm going there. Now, what I want to do is just flip this, and this is my second side here, and quickly make sure I didn't miss anywhere. Make sure you're getting in between all of those little bolsters. Feels amazingly smooth and completely dry to the touch. And that's all. That is all you do. Now let's talk a little bit about how long you need to wait before you actually get in your vehicle and drive. Now Gyeon says about 6 hours. So you don't want to do this right before you get on a 1,000-mile road trip. The coating needs some time to kind of cure up, get into the pores of the seat, and we just leveled it out with doing our drying technique there. But it's a very simple process to use. You can use this on your door panels as well. You are more than welcome to do all of the black. I would kind of say it turns it a little bit darker than I'd like. So I personally really just prefer it here on the white seats for Tesla. Now this is not a vegan leather only coating. You can use this on leather, you can use this on basically everything, but it is really, really nice to repel dirt, have dye transfer specifically from jeans and other clothing materials. And this has UV inhibitors in it. So it's going to keep these seats looking nice for an extended period of time. So again, if you're a heavy user in your car, let's say you put 30,000 miles on your car. Maybe you want to do this twice a year. Maybe you're like myself that puts between 7,000 to 9,000 miles on your car a year. Probably once a year, you're good to go. Next time you need to do this, you just reapply the leather cleaner, go back in there, get it completely dry, boom, apply the coating, you're ready to go. Now for maintenance on this, you just want to make sure you clean up your interior. You can use a damp towel on this, completely fine to use. You can also use Gyeon's line of interior detailer, leather cleaner strong, which are totally coating safe for this. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Again, everything we use here today will be in the link in the description. I'll be meeting you guys down in the comment section to answer any sort of questions you may have. Again, very simple process. Just follow this video and keep those white seats cleaned. Thanks so much for watching another out of spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.